Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Katholena with the evening news. The headlines. Nagaland Governor notifies the implementation of SARFAESI Act 2002 in the state. Nagaland Government issues advisory for festive season. Lockdown measures and relaxations extended for another month. And Indian Council of Medical Research launches iDrone at Mokokchung for delivery of medical supplies. As India marches towards administering 150 crore vaccine doses against COVID-19, news about the fresh corona variants is also causing concern. In this situation, we appeal to our listeners to get fully vaccinated at the earliest and also help others get vaccinated. Please follow these 3 simple steps: wear a face mask, maintain 6 feet for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075 and state helpline number 1800-345-0019. And now the news in detail. Nagaland Governor Professor Jagdish Mukhi has notified the implementation of the securitization and reconstruction of financial assets and enforcement of security interest SARFAESI Act 2002 in Nagaland with effect from December 10. In this regard, the State Finance Department informed that in conformity with the special provision conferred by Article 371A 1A4 of the Constitution of India, secured assets taken over by banks and financing institutions could only be sold to indigenous inhabitants of Nagaland in accordance with provisions of the Nagaland Land and Revenue Regulations Amendment Act 2002. Nagaland Home Department in an advisory has once again reiterated the need for getting vaccinated and adhering to COVID-19 appropriate behavior for preventing the spread of COVID-19 and ensuring a safe festive season. The advisory said it is essential that everyone continues to strictly adhere to COVID-19 appropriate behaviors like compulsory wearing of mask, maintaining social distancing, regular washing of hands with soap and water, and avoiding crowded spaces and close contact settings. It also advised anyone who is yet to be vaccinated to get vaccinated at the earliest. The department further asked everyone to avail the door-to-door vaccination as part of the Har Ghar Dastak. All who are due for the second dose of vaccine have also been advised to complete their vaccine on schedule. The advisory said, though public gatherings have been allowed up to 100%, they are subjected to attendees being vaccinated. On road travels, passenger vehicles have also been allowed 100% occupancy, but they are also subjected to passengers and drivers being fully vaccinated or carrying a negative COVID-19 result not earlier than 72 hours before date of travel. It has further asked the District Task Force, DTFs, to monitor that these advisories are being followed. DTFs have also been asked to monitor passengers at checkpost, and passengers violating the rules may be denied entry. It further stated that persons found not wearing masks in public places shall be penalized 200 rupees as laid down in the earlier order issued by NSDMA. Nagaland Chief Secretary J. Alam informed that the existing Unlock 8 lockdown measures and relaxation have been extended for a period of 1 month from 15th December till 15th January 2022. Nagaland Government has earlier, during Unlock 8, lifted night curfew and permitted the resumption of classes for classes 1 to 4 and also permitted 100% occupancy in public transports subject to passengers being vaccinated. Indian Council of Medical Research ICMR formally launched iDrone at Mokokchung for delivery of medical supplies. The project was launched at Chief Medical Officer's office in presence of Deputy Commissioner, Superintendent of Police and Deputy Chief Medical Officer Mokokchung. In order to ease vaccine delivery, especially in the hilly and remote villages, ICMR has taken the initiatives of using drone resources based on suggestion of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and with permission from Ministry of Civil Aviation. Two districts in Nagaland, Mokokchung and Tuensang, were chosen for this pilot project. The medical supplies were delivered from Mokokchung to PHC Longsa in 8 minutes, which usually would have taken more than an hour by road. This news comes to you from All India Radio Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on our YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Prime Minister Narendra Modi chaired a conclave of chief ministers of BJP-ruled states. The chief ministers shared governance-related best practices followed by them in their respective states. The conclave is in line with the Prime Minister's vision of furthering Team India spirit. Earlier in the day, the Prime Minister also held an interaction with BJP workers in Varanasi. In view of the sport round counselling for JEE Main CSAB NEUT 2021 is scheduled on the 16th December 2021 in the Directorate of Technical Education Kohima against the vacant seats. Interested JEE Mains 2021 appeared candidates have been informed to submit the documents to the office on or before 12 noon of 16th December. Eligible candidates are to submit their ST, Indigenous Certificate, PRC, Date of Birth Certificate, HSSLC Marksheet, JEE Admit Card, JEE Scorecard, 3 recent passport photographs, BT Certificate and 1 ID proof, all in original. The candidates, whether allotted with seat in the first round or second round, and have withdrawn their allotted seats as per CSAB and EUT schedule, are also eligible to participate in the said sport round counselling. The press release also informed that candidates who are selected have to pay the allotment fees of 3,000 rupees in cash. Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh said armed forces integration process will continue at all levels to meet any circumstances. Speaking at a Defence Research and Development Organisation DRDO function, Singh said Modi's government has taken bold policy decisions for reforms in defence production. He said, for the past few years, DRDO is developing technology that is not just futuristic but also first of its kind. Singh said, since its inception, DRDO has played a major role in capability building of security forces. Singh said, the government is all set to create a strong defense industry base in the country which will not only meet the domestic defense requirement but also export to other countries in the times to come. Health Minister Mansukh Manvia chaired India Global Forum Healthcare Roundtable in Dubai. Manvia said, India has a major role to play in mitigating global health risk. He said, India is committed to ensuring affordable health care to all through collaboration and adopting tech-based solutions. Manvia in a tweet also stated that over 55% of the country's eligible populations are now fully vaccinated and that Har Ghar Dastak campaign has further strengthened the nation's collective fight against COVID-19. Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur also said that the government is promoting vaccine-seeking behavior in English, Hindi and other regional languages. Thakur said for this purpose, various media vehicles like print, electronic, social media, websites, outdoor publicity and interpersonal media have been pressed in the service. And the 29th edition of Miss Nagaland 2021 will be held on December 20 at R. Sempa, Jotsoma. Organized by the Beauty and Aesthetics Society of Nagaland, 12 contestants will compete for the prestigious title. Winner of Miss Nagaland 2021 will receive cash award with gift hampers, brand ambassador of TAFMA and state icon of election department. She will also get direct entry to Miss Northeast 2022. Earlier, the contest was postponed in solidarity with the Konyak community, wherein 14 civilians were killed by security forces on December 4 and 5 in Mon district. To end the news, the headlines here again. Nagaland Governor notifies the implementation of SARFAESI Act 2002 in the state. Nagaland Government issues advisory for festive season. Lockdown measures and relaxations extended for another month. And Indian Council of Medical Research launches iDrone at Mokokchung for delivery of medical supplies. That's all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.